welcome back to the guide videos. Today we have Rosaria, the unique clothed church nun. Anyways, today we are doing the guide on her and we have only one build to cover, and it's going to be a support one because that's the one that's going to be the best suitable for her. If you want to go with a DPS one, it's not going to work that well, so the support one is going to be really great and we can get started. Firstly, we are going to cover weapons as always. Now, because you want your burst active as many times as possible, you will want ER weapon. So there are few ER weapon options, but in the end, let me see. So we have Favonia's Lens, which is probably going to be the best one. When it comes to this one, because we are not going for a DPS build, this one is kinda pointless. So out of the 4 stars, that's surprisingly all of the weapons. And if you're lucky enough to get this one, this Skyward Spine from the standard banner, you are not going to have more energy and particles than with the Favonias, just because of the crit rate, because you want your crit rate with Rosaria as high as possible, which means in the end that surprisingly 4-star could possibly be even better than the 5-star weapon here. Favonia's Lens, easy to get, easy to upgrade, and after all it's only 4-star with enough substats and enough energy recharge in main stat to keep Rosaria's burst going. Next one, we have artifacts. So we have few options here, and I will be going with Noblesse on my Rosaria to boost even more other characters that I have in my team. And you have options to go with the Blizzard if you want a little bit more damage with Rosaria for some reason. And the other option, if you are lacking in energy, you can go with Emblem. And yes, it's going to boost the burst damage again, like Noblesse is boosting. But hey, you will have more energy and you will for sure be ready to activate burst every single rotation and keep all the boosts from Rosaria active. So if you don't have enough energy, go with Emblem. If you do have enough energy recharge, I do really suggest going with Noblesse just because of the extra boost you are getting from this set. And if you really want a little bit more damage from Rosaria for some reason, although she's not dealing that much damage, you can go with Blizzard, but I do not suggest it. So in my opinion, Noblesse is the best, Emblem after that, and then if you really want to, you can go with the Blizzard set. Next we have talents. So when it comes to talents, you will not use normal attack because hey, support characters do not use it. When it comes to skill, you don't really care about damage, so it's not important. You can leave it at level 1 as well. And when it comes to her burst, again, you do not really care about the damage. You just want to activate it, so you can just leave everything at level 1 if you want, because at passive talents, when you are using her skill, Rosaria gains 12% of crit rate, which is not bad. It's going to help with the second passive talent, which is going to allow you, if your Rosaria has 100% crit rate, to share 15% crit rate among your teammates. So everyone is going to gain 15% crit rate boost, which is going to be amazing, and none of this is related to damage, so that's the reason why you can go triple level 1 and just focus on the second passive talent, nothing else. Of course you are going to use the skill to get 12% if you're missing, if you don't have 100% crit rate. So you will use skill anyways, but hey, only passive talents are important when it comes to Rosaria. And there is one more thing that is important, and that is going to be Constellations. So the first constellation is a little bit on the side of the Blizzard set when we talked about artifacts. Yes, it is possible to build a DPS Rosaria, but I said she's not that good. It's not going to be something impressive when it comes to damage and the teamwork. So that's the reason why I said you should go with the support one, and because of all of that, the C1 is kinda useless, because you will, upon crit hit, get the attack speed and the normal attack damage increased by 10%, which is okay, but in the end you will not need it because you will not build her as a DPS. The second one, when it comes to her burst, is going to last 4 seconds more, which is going to be amazing for melt builds. It's going to help definitely. Now C4 is amazing because, hey, you will want to build your Rosaria with as much crit rate as possible, which means that she will crit every single time. And in the end, it is going to result gaining 5 more energy. And by gaining 5 more energy, gaining energy from weapon and having energy recharge in weapon, and probably having a bunch of energy recharge in the artifacts, well, you will have amazing build on Rosaria, which is going to end up using her burst all the time and having boosts all the time. C6 is great because, as I said, we are getting to the constellations, which are important as well, and this one is going to be amazing for the physical DPSs, because when you use her burst, well, it is going to decrease opponent's physical resistance by 20%. Which is going to be amazing. So you get crit rate, you decrease physical resistance. I mean, that's going to be a nice boost if you're having troubles with a little bit more of damage for the physical DPSs, and of course if you have a little bit of trouble with the crit rate as well, because sometimes you just don't get that good artifacts. Am I right? Alright, we have only teams left, and because Rosaria is a support character, we are not going to put anyone here, but we are going to talk about who is she going to help. And by adding crit rate, yes, she is going to help absolutely every single DPS, that's 100%. Then she's going to be amazing in the freeze teams and definitely amazing in the melt teams. The other thing that is going to be great about her is going to be that she's a little bit going to boost the physical DPSs as well because of the 6th constellation. I mean, she's all over the place because of all these different boosts, but hey, freeze teams, melt teams, possibly even every single DPS if they are missing crit rate and you don't have anyone else to put, and of course physical DPSs. She's boosting all of them. Alright everybody, it's going to be everything on Rosaria today, and I hope I helped you a little bit, at least with the teams where you can put her, and with the artifacts if someone did go for the Blizzard. I mean, she's not dealing that much damage, and unfortunately I'm missing artifacts and we cannot put her in the team properly to try out her build and how much is she actually helping others. But hey, in the time we will have the builds on all of these characters that I own, and one day we will start with the videos helping you out how to play them and how good are they in certain teams when it comes to boosting them. And I will see you in the next guide video.